Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am on it. We are gonna go over sales that happened in this very same month. It's shocking. So today is September the 28th. So we are not quite done with the month, but I wanted to share with you sales that I had on Poshmark, eBay, and maybe a few Mercari, the 1st through the 15th of the month of September. I didn't have a huge amount, but I had some that I definitely wanted to make sure I shared. And usually when I'm doing my what sold videos, I am behind in life, and I kind of share like the top 25 profit or the top $25 amount before my cost of goods. But this time I'm gonna share all of them. It is still only about 26 or 27 sales, and yes, I said 6, 7. I'll never not think that now because I am teaching basically full-time these days. On that note, I appreciate all of your sweet comments. I am really loving this season of life, as crazy and wild as it is. Today is Sunday. I'm recording. We just got home from church, and I spent all day yesterday at my kids' school. They had a band camp day, even though it was a Saturday. They do one in the middle of the season, and I volunteer every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the marching band while I'm teaching at my girls' school several days. And it's wild. It's a lot, but a lot of you have told me to enjoy this season, embrace it. I will miss it, and I am very aware of that. So even when the days are so long, I love it. I really do love it. And I love that my kids want me to be involved. So side note. All right, we're going to get back to this because I think it's important not to just hear the great sales, but to hear sometimes they're not all great. Those of you watching this know that, but I do feel like there are still some resellers who maybe tell you all their great sales, but they don't include their cost of goods, which, you know, if you're spending 40, 50 bucks for every item, yes, if you're selling them for 100, that's great, but I might have gotten an item at the bins and I'm still having the same profit margin. So we're gonna jump in with a pair of Chubby's swim trunks. I've told you guys we are almost in October. It has been so hot here in Florida. Do not be afraid to list your summer items somewhere. It is hot. All right, these I had $1 into from a local church sale I go to every year. They sold on eBay for $22. I will put my listings right here. All right, this next item was some tea towels. They were a gift for me. Sorry if you bought these for me and you're watching, but I don't like this type of towel. I don't do decorative towels in my kitchen. I like use my kitchen towels, and I like the real towel material, not the tea towels. So these I had nothing into, and they sold for $12 on Poshmark. They had some really cute, funny, punny sayings. All right, the next, I went to a Carrie Job concert probably 5 years ago and purchased, I don't know, there was some sort of bundle pack because I wanted a t-shirt. It came with these CDs, and they've just been sitting sealed, unopened, and they sold for $25 on eBay. First time I've ever sold some CDs under media mail. All right, these Cacique slimmer high-waist shorts, these were not a good purchase. I purchased these in December of 2023. Now, when I'm going to a regular Goodwill, I am averaging my cost of goods. So I know I did not pay $12.85, but that's what is recorded. I sold them for $12, so I lost $7.58. So not a good sale in the term. They took forever. I probably only paid $2 or $3 for them. I would say that yes, people do still buy used shapewear, but I wouldn't purchase Cacique again for that. For the bras, yes. All right, this Victoria's Secret Knockout Sports Bra. I probably wouldn't pick this, like I would pick this up at the bins, which is where I got it, and take it just to Plato's. I wouldn't list it myself. And so I had about $1 into it and sold for $16 on Poshmark. So not a bad sale. And this was a very fast sale, but I wouldn't do it again. All right, these Nike Zoom Assertions are something I got in a ThredUp Rescue shoebox. I have not bought one of those in so long, and this one was prior to the year 2023 because I don't even have the date recorded. That's when I kind of switched over my inventory. So I had $5.40 into these, but they did, like, they randomly sold full price on Poshmark one day for $28. So that was a win. This Zootopia Disney dress, this was my daughter's. I remember buying this at a Once Upon a Child years and years ago. She wore this when she was, I think, in kindergarten. She's in 5th grade now. And it sold on eBay for $18. This wasn't another case. I have found, you know, buyers ask a lot of questions, and a lot of times those answers are in your description or in your photos. This buyer was asking me all kinds of questions about this dress. It was a homemade, like Etsy small shop kind of situation. And I'm glad it ended up working out for her because I don't know how it's going to fit your child. You know what I mean? I even included a picture of my kid wearing it. All right, this next one, this was a very fast sale, and I knew it would sell well, but I did not think it would sell until wintertime. But hey, like it's hot here, I am sure somewhere one of you are watching, you'll have to let me know. Is it like freezing where you are? Like maybe it's snowing in places here in the end of September. I don't know. But this was a Free People blue cashmere sweater from the bins, no holes. It was perfect. So I had about $2 into it, sold on Posh for $50. That was a great bins flip. All right, this Disney Parks red Minnie Mouse shirt, I had $1 into this one from a church sale, sold for $19.96 on eBay. This next one, I believe, yes, this was a bundle sale on Poshmark. They bundled this set of Gymboree t-shirts. I want to note that these t-shirts were had stains or faded or worn. Once Upon a Child wouldn't even have bought these. So this Peak Future Voter shirt was used. My son wore this. I bought it used on Mercari for $5 and then he wore it. And then this Cotton On graphic shirt, I had about $1 into when I bought a bundle on Kitizen a long time ago. So those 3 items they bought for $18. So I thought that was a great little flip, especially considering I had like $6 in and my son wore 3 of those items. Right, this Loft sweater. This sweater was one of my most liked items on Poshmark, but it just wasn't selling, but I knew that eventually it would. It kind of reminded me of something like a Taylor Swift style cardigan. I thought I might want it, but it didn't really match anything. I did pick this up at Plato's and I spent $11 in trade money when I did. It was Loft, did I say that? It was new tags, here it is, and it finally did sell for $30. I think I had it priced at $38, and so they got my Posture VA offer. I will say I do have a code for Posture VA. Many of you have used it. Thank you so much. You guys buying it does help me, and I'd very much appreciate that. And I don't do any shipping discounts, and I haven't in probably 6 months, and it really hasn't affected my sales. I just send a 20% offer, I think 7 minutes after someone likes an item. Okay, we've got a Rip skirt. The brand is Rip, R-I-P. And these are quite popular. I own one. They're great to have for the beach. This one I did trade at a closed Mentor for $12, and it sold almost instantly on Poshmark for $25, which means I had it priced at $32. So I'm kind of, these days I price my items at $38 wanting $30, $32 wanting $25, $25 wanting $20. So I kind of have very generic pricings for a lot of my items. For me, I love to make 20 bucks. Like if I can profit 20 bucks, that is the goal. Obviously, a lot of these I have not, but when I am purchasing items now, a lot of these items I had for a while.
This sale slipped through the cracks because I literally listed them and they sold before I could type them into my inventory sheet, so they got forgotten. Dance shoes are selling. We are into the season. Kids' feet are growing. These are my daughter's. They originally came from the bins. She wore them, outgrew them, and they sold on eBay for $22 quickly.
All right, we are getting into some items that sold so fast that I really wanted to share with you. Pottery Barn Kids. You guys probably know this is usually a pickup, whether it is their kids, they make baby clothing, like the little swaddle blankets, swaddlers, little onesies. Don't use the word onesie when referring to Pottery Barn, but they make like hooded towel cover-ups, but they also make little kids costumes. And I mean baby costumes all the way up to like 10-year-old costumes. Buy them. If you see them for as much as $15 is what I'm willing to pay for them, I pick them up. This one I had $9.88 into. It was a monkey, sold for $36. I sold 3 this month. I don't know if they're all going to be on this one, but that was the lowest priced one. So people seek these out because they're well made, they're comfortable, they're good materials, and you can just pass them down or keep selling them. This was an amazing sale. If you watch my channel, a lot of you are very consistent watchers. Thank you. I found this Herve Ledger Courtney Bandage Bolero at a Once Upon a Child. It was a size 10, I believe, and they had it in the little girls size 10 section at a Once Upon a Child, and I got it on their 90% off sale. I paid 90 cents, you guys. 90 cents for this designer Bolero, and it sold on eBay for $96.50. What? So after fees and everything, shipping, I made a profit of $75.58. This is why I will never stop talking about Once Upon a Child, because you can find incredible deals there. Okay, and while I'm talking about kids stuff, I did share on here on my community page, also over on my Instagram, there is a new app. It is called Recess. They are not sponsoring this video or anything, but they did reach out to me asking if I wanted to participate in their, almost like a, Kidison used to call it a style scout, where you send me your items, I sell them for you on the platform, and then you get a portion, I get a portion, like a consignment. I was not interested in doing that, but I told them I was interested in just being like a marketer for them because I already talk about kids stuff. But what's cool about this app is that you can just be a regular reseller and sell your kids items on this app. And they have a community aspect where, I don't know about you, but I'm always on Facebook looking under events for things to take my kids to, like fall and Christmas. I'm a little extra with going to those things on the weekend, but they have that on the Recess app. They've got community. So it's kind of like Facebook-ish, and then there's a marketplace. And you can do shipping and all of that. You can also do local pickup if you've got like big baby gear type items. Anyway, I do have a discount code. I would love for you to join the app. I will put the link to join in the description. My code is APRUITT. And I told them I know a lot of people, and so I'm hoping people will use my code to sign up. So there is a part that asks if you want to buy a subscription. You don't have to do that. That's like for you to become verified, like with the check mark next to your name or whatever. And it's a brand new platform. Creators of Instagram made this platform, so you can just skip that part. I would never ask you guys to sign up for something that costs money without telling you it costs money. So it is a free app, and you can resell your kids' stuff on there. So I'm excited to see how it goes. I have very much missed Kidison. All right, moving on. Another kids item though. This was an M&M striped dress. It was brand new with the tags, had $1 into it. Here it is. This sold on Mercari for $10.80. We used to have like an M&M World here at the Florida Mall. They got rid of it, and the person on Mercari said this was her daughter's favorite dress in a smaller size, so she was happy to find it. So, but that one I did have listed for 2.5 years. Okay, the brand On Running. These were some On Cloud Kids running shoes. I did pay $6 for these at Once Upon a Child with a trade. They sold on eBay very quickly for $35. So even this brand, you guys all know this brand for adults, the kids shoes sell just as quickly. These were a pair of tap shoes that were mine. Our dance studio used to, that teacher since retired, have like a mommy day, or dad, Michael did it one day. You could come to a tap class and wear tap shoes or regular shoes and like learn a dance that day. Y'all know I was extra, and I found me a pair of tap shoes at a thrift store. So I don't remember where I had them for a couple years. I wore them like 3 times to this class. So they were in new condition. They sold on Poshmark for my full asking price of $32. I love a full price sale on Posh, especially because I do have that Posher VA enabled. It's not often that I get a full price sale, because if they just wait, they're gonna get an offer. But when it does happen, which, I mean, it happens like once a week, it's great. All right, we have the brand Jamie K. I know I've talked about that here. Another higher end kids brand to know. I don't think they make any mom. Some of these brands will every now and then have like a mommy and me thing come out, but they make some beautiful, like nice natural material clothing. A lot of it is like dainty and floral. This was a floral footed one piece. It was faded. I picked it up at the bins anyway, so I had less than $1 into it. Sold for $15 on Poshmark. I will say I feel like my Poshmark sales are up thanks to the discounted shipping. Also, I did get an alert if you watched my last video. I never got confirmation. I sent an email for shipping supplies that first day and that it came out that you could do so. Never heard back. I did it again a week later and instantly got a bounce back. Thanks for your request. We'll be back in touch with you. Took about 4 or 5 days. I got another email. Thanks for placing your order. We'll let you know when it's shipped. And just yesterday I got your items have shipped. So they haven't arrived yet. We'll see. It's been going just fine using poly mailers I already have. I've been shipping my Poshmark sales in like my recycled materials like Amazon, bubble mailers, things my family's been saving for me. And it's been going fine. Oh, it's raining. All right, Vivian Ash. This was a heavy on the kids month, but no complaints. This was a Halloween. Vivian Ash is another one to know. Basically, if you come across a kid's piece and it is like 100% cotton or that nice stretchy twirly dress, like you can just feel when things are quality. This came from the bins. It was Halloween. It was a little bit faded, but it sold for $15. The Beaufort Bonnet Company, one you should know, another kids brand. I had $5.58 into this pair of shorts. Sold on Mercari for, no, not shorts. It was a bubble, sold for $12. And this actually had a tiny little snag and a couple stains I didn't know. Still sold same day for $12. Thank you. Okay, good night. Oh, come say hello. I just had my little drummer boy close that door for me. Say hello to the people, my high schooler.
Hello, people.
We cut all of his hair off and it's already grown back.
Yep.
You're gonna go take a nap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we do on Sundays. Love you.
Love you.
All right, Tutu du Monde. That is a great kids brand. I didn't plan this, but apparently we are talking all things kids today. So this is a very high end. They make really cute everything, but they're known for their dresses that have tutu, very flip at the bottom, a tight bodice, and a very froofy tutu bottom. Anyway, this was just a Barbie tank top. You'll see it tiny. I think it was a 2T. I had $2.50 into it from Once Upon a Child. Sold for $27 on Poshmark. Zara Blue Little Baby Joggers. These were something I didn't need to pick up. I've had them listed for 2.5 years. Retail arbitrage. Zara used to sell on Kitizen so well that anytime I found Zara, I would pick it up. Well, then Kitizen closed. So these I had $4 into from Marshalls. They were new with the tag. They sold for $9 on eBay. They did sell quickly on eBay. I'm still in the process of, as I use Posture VA every day to relist 10 items for me. It does it automatically and it deletes. I just say go and it does it. I do any items 60 days or older. I do 10 every day. And every time I do that, I check and see which of those items is not on eBay, and I still keep finding some. I'm like 200 items more on Poshmark still. Anyway, these were not on eBay and they sold within a week once I pushed them over. I promise I sell stuff besides kids, but let's see. Oh, that was the last one. The next ones are going to be for the second half of the month. So doing so good. It's pretty good on September. I had some really great sales happen the second half of the month, the half we're in right now. So right now I am already ahead what I made in the month of August, which is great. I've also been listing more. So we all know that the more you list, the more you sell. So I'm trying to get at least one video up a week for you guys. I do have 2 already filmed. I just need to go to the buy sell trade store one more time to finish that one. And the other one, I need to just edit. So maybe you'll get 2 videos this week if I'm feeling a little extra. So I appreciate you guys so much. Please do me a favor and download that Recess app. Even if you don't think you're gonna be really interested in it, it would really help me out. Even if you download it, it's for Apple and Android. Download it, put my code in where it says, how did you hear about the app? That's where you type my code and you can delete it later. I mean, don't, because I'm curious to see how it goes, but I would be really, really grateful if you guys would do that for me. All right, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.